Good evening, Dietrich here again, and welcome to my Cochlear Implant Journey Part 3. It's been a month since my last video where I introduced myself and described the process that it takes to get to implantation. A lot has happened since then, and luckily everything has fallen into place nicely, so I'm excited to tell you that my surgery is tomorrow morning. But first things first, let's go pick up my pops from the airport and bring it back for a quick chat before the big day tomorrow. Follow me. Okay, so it takes about 30 minutes to get to the airport, and I'm gonna wait in the cell phone waiting lot until he gets to the arrivals curb. So I'll start filming again once I get there. Let's go. So there was a little bit of a delay, about an hour, so it's kind of dark right now, but I'm just pulling up to the terminal. There he is.
Nice looking car.
Yeah.
Nice looking car.
How was the flight?
What's that?
How was the flight?
Oh, the flight wasn't bad. It was just that we landed and then all of a sudden about 3 people got out. Then the stewardesses came online and said, hey, there's been a security breach. We all have to sit down. So then we were there for about 10 minutes waiting on the plane for them to clear the security breach.
Oh yeah.
How far is the cell phone lot from here?
How long did you have to wait? Probably 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah. About that far, okay.
Well, as soon as we get back, or a little after we have dinner or something,
okay.
I'll set up another video and we'll just chat before the big day tomorrow.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Alright. We'll see you back in the apartment. Alright, so I'm here with my pops, Roger.
Hello.
Thanks for coming out to take care of me.
My
for
pleasure.
The surgery. And so I guess I just had a couple questions for you that I wanted to go over. So first, how and when did you know that I was hard of hearing as a child?
That's a good question. I think people at school may have noticed it well before we did about Dietrich maybe not hearing to the best that he could.
Oh, really?
I know that the teachers were saying some things, and pretty soon we started getting Dietrich audiograms, which did show hearing loss. I think things started getting worse around when you were 8.
Yeah, that's when I started wearing hearing aids.
Right.
At 8.5 years old.
Right.
And before that, though, I had the Easy Listener FM system at 6.5 years old.
At 6.5, so yeah.
Must have noticed something by then. So the next question. I remember doctors saying that I would always be able to hear to some degree. Did you ever think that it would get to the point where I actually needed cochlear implants, or to the point where I was apparently going deaf?
Well, that's a tough question. I think that we never thought it would get this bad. I think we knew it was going to be bad. And there were times in your life when it seemed to stabilize. that your hearing wasn't getting any worse, and we thought, okay, it's not going to get much worse than this. And then I think there were times when it would take a dive, and then it would stabilize again, then take another dive and stabilize again.
Yeah, that's pretty apparent from the audiograms
Right,
that I compiled.
From the audiograms,
from
you can see
86
that.
to present. Okay, so how do you feel about my decision to get cochlear implants or bilateral cochlear implants at the same time, for that matter?
But I have to say I'm real proud of you for making this step, because again, I think it's a hard thing, and I know at first even you weren't thinking of doing that.
Yeah, when my first audiologist suggested it, I was actually appalled.
Yeah.
Because, in my mind, I was remembering what I saw as cochlear implants in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
And I wasn't aware of what was available on the market right now with the Nucleus 7s and, the advanced technology and miniaturization of those devices.
And I think I also kind of felt that way too, and that's my memories of it, seeing these really large devices on people and not understanding them at all, not understanding how much they can help. Right.
So let's go to the next question. What's your biggest concern about taking care of me after the surgery tomorrow?
Okay, well, probably I've got two concerns. One is being really dizzy. So I've got to get you from the car into your elevator and up into your room here. The next thing I'm a little concerned about is nausea, because I think nausea comes from being dizzy. Mm-hmm. You might have some nausea from the anesthesia, but you won't be under anesthesia that long. So
great, thanks. I guess while we're at the hospital, do you mind doing a bit of filming for me?
I'll be happy to.
Update my video for the YouTube audience out there.
Yeah, so I've already told you, when you come out, you're going to have big bandages here and here, and your head's going to be wrapped. So
yeah, I just want I want to be able to show as much of the journey as possible for people that can relate to this situation. And great. So let's set up your bed, get some rest.
Alrighty, yeah, we have an early day.
We'll see you guys in the morning.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
So it's the day of my surgery, and I don't have too much to say before we head to the hospital this morning, but I just want to take a moment and fly a drone. Look at this thing. Check out this split. Wow. Alright, bring it in for a landing. Oops.
Close.
Alright.
I got my coffee. I'll be taking care of him from today on. And I know everybody's got their good thoughts out there for Dietrich today. So
yeah, thanks to everybody who's reached out to me. And I'll see you on the way to the hospital.
All right.
You'll just tell me where to go, eh?
Yeah, just go right out of here.
Left here.
Yeah, left here.
Okay.
Then take a right.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Feels like a Subaru.
Mm-hmm. This Colorado, let's take that all the way down to 285.
Okay. So I'll stick pretty close today to you, so if you need me, just holler.
Okay. So 285's up here.
Make a right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, look at those mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yowzer.
Front range.
that Swedish right there?
No, it's back there.
Oh, back there. Turn here, maybe?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania? It says patient, visitor parking.
Yeah, I guess I'm a patient.
You are today, that's
You're
for
a
sure.
visitor.
I'm a visitor, so we fulfill both requirements. Let me make sure I'm straight. Okay, well, we're in the prep room right now. Dietrich's prepped up. He's got his IV drip in.
I'm all hooked up.
He's all hooked up to the matrix. Right back here, they'll put one in. So they're going to be here probably in about another hour to take him in. I think he's scheduled at 10. So 10 o'clock, and then Dr. Muckle has another surgery at 1300 hours. So Dietrich's got about 4 hours with him. That's it, so we're just kind of killing time.
Sounds good. We'll see you after the surgery.
All right. Hi there. Well, this is Dietrich's dad, and I'm outside taking a break at the hospital. It's about 12:35, and I've gotten a couple calls from the operating room, which they said they would. And Dietrich went in for his surgery about 10:20, 10:25. First call was to say that they just started surgery, and the second call was they finished his left ear, and went well. Dietrich's doing fine, and they are starting on the right ear, and I suspect that'll be another 45 minutes or so. So anyway, just updating everybody right now. Very proud of Dietrich for doing this. All right, thanks, and I'll update when I hear later. Bye. Well, we're taping right now, and this is Dietrich minutes after I've come in from the recovery room.
Put your finger over the camera lens.
I got it.
Yeah.
And he's in good shape. I had a nice chat with Dr. Muckle, and he's...
Camera?
Yeah. We're filming you right now.
Yeah. Good. A bit of a sore throat.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a sore throat. Uh-huh.
But, well, pretty good.
Ear surgeon?
Yeah, so he's doing well. And we're going to be here for another 30-40 minutes. They're going to bring him a throat lozenge. He's got kind of a sore throat from the breathing tube, which is normal.
Yeah.
And doctor said he did really well.
Organism. Living tissue over metal endoskeleton.
Yeah, well, I think he's still under a little bit of anesthesia right now, so... Anyway, this is an update on Dietrich.
So it's about 24 hours after I got out of surgery yesterday, so time to remove the bandages.
Okay.
Feeling pretty good today. Yesterday was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Nausea and some dizziness, and then a little bit of metallic taste on my tongue, which has gone away. So feeling pretty good.
Yes, I was there the whole time, and immediately after surgery, when he came out, he was in pretty good shape, but I think he was still a little bit under anesthesia, and all the pain meds they had given him during surgery, as the hours went on, you could see him hurting more, and also dealing with some dizziness and some nausea. So we got home last night, and he still wasn't feeling very good, and he had kind of thrown up some of his, well, everything. So we couldn't give him any Percocet, which they had prescribed for pain. So I gave him Advil about 9 o'clock, and then at 11 he asked for more Advil. And then after that, I think the after effects of the anesthesia wore off, and I know he got up in the middle of the night and had a cookie. Thank you, Praveen, one of your chocolate chip cookies and some crackers, and he slept through the night. And this morning he looked 1,000% better, and even today, right now, he looks great. So, as far as I know, he's only been taking Advil to manage whatever pain there is. He reports that he's hearing popping and gurgling sounds, but right now he is pretty well deaf. So anyway, we're going to cut his bandage off. It's been 24 hours. We'll see what there is and hope for the best. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
No, it's okay. That's what happens. Okay, all right. Not bad. I see the incisions. They're covered with tape. The tape's going to stay on for about a week or 2 weeks. He also reports that your ears are numb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's reporting.
I feel my earlobes, but not the tops of my ears.
Okay.
Kind of tender.
Yeah, it's all kind of tender.
Can you see the incision, or is
It's covered with tape.
is it clear tape?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, but you can't see much.
uh,
So we're gonna clean him up a little bit, and then he'll have some more recordings later. All right. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. So it's been a little over a week since my surgery, and I just wanted to recap with a summary before closing out part 3 of my cochlear implant journey. My pops flew home 2 days ago, one day after his original flight was canceled due to a spring blizzard that blew some snow in here in Denver. I'd really like to thank him for coming out to help me through the surgery. I couldn't have done it without him. Thanks, Pops. Look at these little lederhosen from when I was 5 that he kept in his closet for 30 years and finally gave them back to me. How cute is that? Next, I'd like to thank my surgical team at Swedish. They were so friendly and professional. You didn't get to see it on video, but once they rolled me into the operating room, they wrapped me in warm blankets and gave me the anesthesia through the IV in my hand. I remember saying something about how it burned a little bit, and then I was out. When I woke up, 4 hours later, I had a strong metallic taste on the back of my tongue and a sore throat from the breathing tube. And then Dr. Muckle came in and asked me to smile to make sure that I didn't have any facial paralysis and to let me know that the surgery went well. So I stayed in observation at the hospital for 4 hours before being discharged, and things went a little downhill for me after that. I felt more nauseous and dizzy, not dizzy like spinning, but just unsteady and this fluid squishing behind my ears. I heard a lot of pops, chirps, whistles, beeps, and tinnitus in my head too as I was healing. And I actually never took any of the opioid pain meds because the pain really wasn't too bad. More of a nuisance than anything. I think the effects of the anesthesia wearing off was the worst part. I'd say that the first 12 hours after surgery was pretty rough, but it was uphill after that. So as I've been healing over the past week, I'm finding that I have a tiny bit of high frequency hearing left. I can hear sharp sounds like doors slamming, cash register beeps, pack-in bubbles pop, and a slight murmur of sound in crowded restaurants. Other than that, I'm essentially completely deaf. And it's not as scary to me as it would seem to most people, because I knew I wasn't that far off with my previous state of hearing loss. I've been finding that I'm really good at reading lips, and although it's harder with no sound at all to supplement the visual cues, I also use a speech-to-text app on my phone called AVA, to help people communicate with me for now until I get activated in next week. So I'll see you in part 4 of my cochlear implant journey, but don't close this video too fast because I've got an outtake at the end for you. Thanks for watching. Papa, someday will I be able to hear like all the other children?
Yes, yes, my son. And soon these will all be a distant memory.